Hi, everybody. I did not even play us an intro. We're ready to go today because it is June. It is hot in Arkansas, and I got lots of things to do. So I'm a woman on a mission. I hope you all are having a great day. And I'm so excited. We've got a guest that's fixing to pop on with us and tell you about some pet anxiety. But before we go down that road, I'm going to change banners for just a second. And since I'm a one-woman show today, you know what? It's all on me, baby. There is my Linktree, and there is Redneck Rhapsody where you can shop. There is a link on there for nutrition elements. I want to cover, before we bring our guest on, about talking things for our pets and a little bit for the humans. I want to talk about human anxiety. When it comes around 4th of July, if you have anyone in your life that has issues with PTSD, it can be overwhelming. And if you're looking for a way to help someone, just kind of keep those fears at bay with those sounds and everything, Nutrition Elements has some great products. You can email, text, call Evan. However, he has a number. It is on Nutrition Elements. You're more than welcome to get it. Let's see, maybe I could even find that for you really fast. I don't know. We will see. I don't know if I have it up here. Nope, I wouldn't. So there you go. That would be me. You can go to Linktr.ee at Trina Welch, and it has everything there for Nutrition Elements. But if you use Trina in all capital letters, you get 20% off your purchase. So y'all check that out if that's something that would help you. And good afternoon. I'm not typing right now because I'm trying to talk really, really fast. I'm not talking in my usual Southern slang because when I talk slow, that comes out a whole lot more. But I'm glad y'all are here. We're going to talk about Charlie and his issues. I put a new video out last week. Y'all would see how anxious he gets when he's separated from his dad. Like, he will not let Wayne go to the bathroom by himself. So if you hadn't checked that video out, it's only 3 or 4 minutes long. You should watch it because it shows you how he knocks on the door. Yeah, do you have a dog like that? I have a weirdo. He doesn't want in anywhere else, and he doesn't want in with me, which that's all right because, I don't need him. I had 2 kids, and they never let you go to the bathroom by yourself. Well, Wayne has a Charlie, and he never gets to go to the bathroom by himself, and he knocks, and that's quite amusing. So if y'all get the chance, y'all watch that. But with that being said, anxiety can come in many shapes, forms, and sizes. And Charlie's is bottled up where he is separated and when there's loud noises. And it can come like from thunder, fireworks, gunshots. He gets anxious to the point of shaking even when he hears my phone make the noise that someone's coming up to the doorbell or drove up in our driveway, because there's a certain noise. He's well trained. It's like that Pavlov thing. And I didn't even ever tell him, but he's learned that he knows the sound on my phone when someone drives in the driveway. And then he knows the sound when the garage door it has a notification if the garage door raises. So you may have a pet like that. I hope this helps you if you do. And maybe you will share this with everyone you know. So with no further ado, I'm bringing one of my sweet, sweet friends on. She is a wealth of information. Diana with the Pet Care 24/7 company is so gracious to come on and help us. And mine is trinawelch.com. And if you ever have questions for her, you can email her at trinawelch@gmail.com. She will let you know what kind of dog food is safe or not safe. If you need a list of what plants might make a dog sick, she's a wealth of information. So Diana, thank you for showing up and coming and hanging out and telling us everything today.
Oh, I love doing this. And, I laugh when you talk about Charlie because I have Cody. And, Cody could care less about mommy unless he's hurt or scared. Other than that, I'm chopped liver and he's all about daddy. So I get it. But at the same point, I have a very anxious dog too. So what I want to talk about today is really near and dear to my heart too.
Awesome. Well, the
Yeah.
only thing I will tell you that Charlie needs mom for, it's scared maybe, but what he needs mom for, and my daughter has told me I have to make a video about this because she goes, "You have the strangest dog." Because I had to send her the video of him. I told her that he knocked on the door if he didn't get to go in the bathroom when Wayne walked in. And she goes, "No." So I did the video and she goes, "Mom, he's so strange." The other video I have to do, Diana, is when he eats his evening meal, which is usually a hard kibble instead of his homemade dog food.
Yeah.
He runs to my chair. He usually won't go to Wayne's. He runs to my chair, jumps up in the chair for me to burp him.
Oh, jeez. Oh, geez. Well, yeah, they're creatures of habit. They really are.
They are.
My nose, he gets a mush puppy after dinner. So he gobbles his dinner and runs right over to me and starts dancing because he knows I will make him dance to have a treat. So, yeah, they are creatures of habit. At 9 o'clock, our dog is standing at the bedroom door looking at us like, hey. I mean, they are creatures of habit. They have time clocks and, he wants a little burp belly. He wants you to rub his belly. Yep.
They're so funny. So tell us all about, you dive in and talk about what you want to, sister.
Sure. So I have so much to talk about. We're going to make this quick. We're going to make a video today that you can share with every single pet owner out there. It is important. First thing is a little bit of information about me. My name is Diana. I'm one of the mushroom ladies, and I'm certified in holistic pet care. I'm certified in CBD for animals and people, and I'm certified in pet nutrition. We have a public service announcement. There is a new vaccine that they are pushing. It's for flea and tick prevention, and it basically is a toxic poison that they inject into your dog, and it stays in their bloodstream for 12 months. It's called a Bravecto Quantum. Do not, I repeat, do not get this for your pup. We were on another podcast an hour ago. Woman said she had it for both of her dogs. Both of her dogs died. I have literally talked to 5 vets who have said seizures, death, all kinds of issues. But it basically is like playing Russian roulette with your best friend. Just don't do it. If you want to prevent fleas and ticks, and I understand heartworm is a big issue, get yourself some Wondercide. It's on Amazon. It's cheap, and you spray it all over your dog. I like the lemongrass one, and I have a great story. I am very susceptible to mosquito bites and horsefly bites. There could be a crowd of 30 people, and the horsefly will go through every person to find me and bite me, and then I swell up really big. It's been a problem for years, and I started spraying Cody's Wondercide on me when we go to the river. It's amazing what happens. The flies come running towards me. We should video it. They stop like I have a silicone force field around me. They stop, turn, and go away. It's unbelievable. I have not been bit since I've been using this. So an all-natural way to help this, just say no to the Bravecto Quantum vaccine. So now we're going to do a little follow-up before I get into 4th of July. Our whole world, for me right now, is about our pets' health and our people's health. I was diagnosed with cancer, and I really and truly believe that cancer did not happen to me. It happened for me, so that I could be out there using this voice and sharing with people things that we can do that don't have to be pharmaceuticals. I am working with mushroom therapy for humans and for animals. We primarily work with the Coriellus versicolor mushroom. 400 medical studies on what this can do for you. For me, my cancer went into remission in 30 days. That was 6 years, 6 months ago. And we're very excited about it. We recently introduced a product for the GLP-1 takers. And I'm going to show you guys something here. You're going to love this. So this GLP-1 shot, I mean, look at this. I don't know if you can see this, but I want you to see this advertisement. Okay, GLP-1, what's in her hand? A milkshake and a donut. So basically, it's like, hey, eat your milkshake, eat your donut, have a milkshake, take a shot, you'll be skinny. This GLP-1 craze is terrifying. It's terrifying for a couple of reasons. JP Morgan says there will be 30 million people on this product by 2030. I have a very, very good and sad story. A friend of mine who's an attorney, her name is Lona. She lost 65 pounds last June. Oh my God, she looked so good. And I was shocked because I don't see her very often. We talk on the phone a lot, but I couldn't believe it when I saw her. I was like, oh my God. And she goes, yeah, but I'm taking the GLP-1 shot. And I was like, oh, Lona, honey, please no. She goes, I know. I've got to get off of it. And she said, I'm already feeling the Ozempic feet where I can't pick up my feet because she lost so much muscle tone. I could see her facial structure was changing. We know that Ozempic face because you lose muscle, not fat. You lose muscle. That's what you lose. Well, I hadn't seen her for almost a year. It's actually been a year. And but we talk all the time, and we hadn't talked about her weight. I knew she wasn't taking the GLP-1 shot anymore. She came over for dinner a week ago, and it was everything I could do to not gasp when I saw her. She has put 85 pounds back on because she quit taking the shot in June. 85 pounds, and I'm telling you, she's twice as big as she's ever been. It was the most shocking thing I've ever seen. And she said, look at me, look at what I've done to myself. Because you can't stop that. And here's why. The GLP-1 is a hormone that is released naturally in your body that does 5 things. We don't need to go into all the details right now. But the GLP-1 shots actually turn off that hormone and synthetically mimic them so that your body does all the things that the GLP hormone would normally do. So we started working really hard on the 5 characteristics of what the GLP hormone does. And we were able to come up with a pack called the Longevity Pack that has 5 mushrooms and a carrier, which is the longevity gel, that actually supports the system and the GLP-1 hormone. It doesn't mimic them. It doesn't hijack them. It doesn't shut them off. It teaches the body to do what it was supposed to do. So we're quite excited about what we've seen. I talked to Dallas a week or 2 ago. He's been on this, and he has lost 15 pounds in 18 days. I was just on with another podcaster. A girl came on 10 pounds in 10 days. Now my story has not been so good because I've been eating really clean for 3 years. I was losing an ounce a week. Yeah, it's a loss, but I'm telling you, my husband said you'll be at your goal weight by the time you're 80. Not funny, right? Not funny, but it's true. I don't know how he's still alive after saying that, right? So I jumped on the program 9 weeks ago. My first week, I lost a pound. Are you kidding? An ounce to a pound? That was huge. My second week, I lost a pound. Third week, I lost a pound. Fourth week, I lost a pound. Fifth week, I lost 2.5 pounds. And then 6th, 7th, and 8th week, nothing. Then the 9th week, I lost 2 pounds. Well, what I've learned and realized is that my body was so used to eating clean that I'm not going to have the rapid weight loss that someone like that maybe hasn't been eating clean. Now, Dallas had told me that he hasn't changed much of anything, but he sent me the sweetest message and said his little girl said, Daddy, your tummy's going down. And he said, it made me feel good, but it made me really sad that, here's my little girl noticing I have a tummy, right? So we're excited to be talking about our GLP-1 product. It's called Weight Management. It's called the Longevity Pack. If you go to trinawelch@gmail.com and you go to shop now and go to human, you'll see the Longevity Pack. It's about $239 for a complete program for a month for a 200-pound person. If you're a 100-pound person, then that will last you 2 months. I have been very happy with the results I'm seeing, and I'm excited to see other people with their success stories. And if for some of you, it might take a few weeks for your body to kick in. And if it does, do a fast. Do a 24 or 48-hour fast. It might help. So today, I really want to spend some time talking about the 4th of July. I am the saddest person on the 4th of July because I know what's going on in our poor. Oh, I got I'm all over the place. Trina and I are a lot alike. That's why we love each other. One thing that came out a couple weeks ago was the WHO, the World Health Organization, introduced a warning on the GLP-1. And this was the warning. If you are taking the GLP-1 treatment, you will have a 35% higher risk of having suicidal tendencies. But guess what? If you're on an antidepressant or an anti-anxiety med, you will have a 150 to 300% more chance of suicidal tendencies. So This shot that is supposed to make you feel better about how you look is actually making you want to kill yourself. Just think about the irony there. Now, we've also said, oh, this shot has all these side effects, right? I have a friend who's a mortician. He's told me that when he has to embalm somebody who has been taking the shot, that many times their stomach is completely paralyzed and twisted. We've been told all along this GLP-1 has all these major side effects, nausea, this, that, stomach paralysis. Okay, how long was it going to be before they introduce a drug for each of those? Well, guess what? It's here. So this is how you feel after you've had your GLP-1 shot. But gee, if you take this, you'll feel like this. So now we've got a treatment for the treatment of the symptoms. It's never ending. It's never ending, guys. And it just makes me crazy. If you'd like more information about the GLP-1 program that we have, the longevity mushroom weight management program, just send me an email at trinawelch@gmail.com. I'll be happy to send you the protocol and some information and a couple of videos. If you know anybody who is taking the GLP-1, love them enough to share this with them. They need to hear about what they're doing to their body. Okay, let's move to our fur babies. 4th of July. It's such a fabulous day. And this year is going to be even more fabulous. All the things that are happening in our world, the 250-year celebration. I mean, oh my goodness. But what is going to happen is because it's on a Saturday, we're going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be crazy. It is a day that the number one day for our animals to run away. The shelters will be jam-packed. Since it's on a weekend, it's going to be mayhem. So why do dogs hate fireworks? I mean, why does Trina's dog act the way that Charlie does, other than the fact that he's just a nutball? Like Cody?
You know, he actually ran away 3 4th of Julys ago.
And that is not uncommon. I hear it all the time. The shelters are full. So you say to myself, why would my baby leave me? This is his home. Why would he go? So let's just talk about how this happens. 50% of our dogs have noise-related phobias. Their sense of hearing is 4 times what our sense of hearing is. They can detect quieter sounds and higher frequency sounds at twice the rate of the human. So think about this. You're watching fireworks. Boom, bang, bang, bang. Wow. You know, think about it being 4 times that loud and not understanding why. They don't know it's fireworks. Mm-hmm. So what happens is it triggers an instinct called flight or fight. It's an impulse that will kick in, and there is nothing you can do to stop that impulse. They go into this avoid, escape, survival mode, and they will do whatever they have to do because they feel threatened. They might have had a previous experience with loud noise, who knows? But this is an instinctive thing that you cannot stop. We have stories like you just said, Charlie ran away. We have a little dachshund, 6 inches tall, went outside, scared to death of the fireworks. They took him out to potty. Next thing you know, boom, bang, and the dog ran up a 6-foot wall, over the wall, and was gone. 3 days, we helped our friends, Trina and Andrew, hunt for their dog. Ended up, somebody found him behind a garage, took him to the shelter, and all was good. But that dog could have easily been hit by a car, could have been eaten by a coyote. All kinds of things could have happened. We have another dog in the Vegas Valley 2 years ago. This was the saddest thing I've ever heard. He was so scared. Mom and Dad had went to see the fireworks, which we're going to talk about that one. And he just wanted out. He just wanted out. He just wanted out. He kept banging his face against the door to get out. He broke his snout. Imagine being so scared that you smash your face against the door to get out. And he had to have wires. It was just, he couldn't eat. It was awful. But that's how scared he was. So there are some breeds that are more sensitive to noise, such as Cairn Terriers, Pembroke Welsh Corgis, very sensitive to high noise. Now, dogs like German Shepherds and Labradors, a lot of them could care less. They'll go to the fireworks with you and watch them. But remember, the blinking, flashing lights can trigger them a little bit too. It's so terrifying for these guys. And so we just want you guys to think about what can you do as a good dog owner. First of all, plan ahead. You know what? You brought this pup into your home. You owe them to be a good steward. Don't go to the fireworks. Just don't go. I mean, I know it's wonderful, but somebody needs to stay home with that pup. But if you have to go, then we'll talk about that. When they're home alone, this is when their destructive behavior is going to happen because they're scared. So you need to focus on their safety. If you have to leave, put them in a small room where there's nothing they can hurt themselves with. We had a story of a woman in the bathroom, and the dog banged himself up against the glass shower door and it broke. Could have killed him. You have to make sure that you're thinking. If you have a crate, put them in a crate, cover the crate, turn on loud music. Close the blinds, close the windows, make sure they can't escape going through a screen because they will go through a screen. Yep. If you have a thunder shirt, put the thunder shirt on them. If you have a life vest, the life vest can act like a thunder shirt. Put it on really tight. Swaddle them in a towel. Just wrap them till they can't move and hold them tight. Also, we're going to talk about giving them Chill Doggies. Make sure that your dog has an ID on him that has your current phone number and or address or both. If you're traveling and you're in a hotel or you're in an RV, write down the hotel, the room number, put it on a piece of masking tape, put it over his rabies tag or whatever you've got, put it on his collar, however you have to do it. I was talking to a podcaster today who said, "Oh my gosh, I don't have an ID with our phone number on for my dog." And that's critical because the microchips are great, but who has a microchip reader? Nobody except the vet and the shelter. I would rather the neighbor down the road who's trying to catch my little pup get to see where he belongs, right? So make sure that you have some kind of identification on him. It's not that hard. Piece of masking tape, wrap it around his collar, put your name and phone number on it or just a phone number. Do not take them outside unless you have a strong leash because the urge for them to run it's instinctive. They can't help it. People will go, "Oh no, my dog would never leave me."
And let me make one comment about that. That means the leash is attached to either a harness or a collar. And what she is saying, just because I have a Charlie, he can come out of every collar and every harness when he gets scared.
Of course.
I have had him on it and it does not matter. That dog becomes a freaking Houdini. He can come out of it when he gets at that point. When that happens, he's escaped me on a 5-lane, very busy highway.
Yeah.
Thank God there was a fence around the little place because we were at a restaurant and somebody's car backfired. And I mean, he went right out of his harness. It was, so I'm just saying, be very careful.
No, it doesn't surprise me. And just a collar alone, if they go to take off, you can break their trachea. So a harness is much better, but make sure it's wicked tight and make sure that, you have to be very aware because this is not them being a bad dog. It's not, "Oh, my dog will listen to me. He'll come if I say come. He'll stop." No, he won't. No, he won't. And he can run right out on the street and get hit by a car. We see it happen in car accidents all the time where people don't tether their animal. They get ejected. They run through the highway. And next thing you know, they're dead. I am so passionate about this. I'm doing 5 podcasts today. I'm doing 5 tomorrow. I'm trying to get this message out that we owe it to our animals to help them through this day. Now, you can intervene with medications, which I don't suggest because they're hard on the liver, they're hard on the kidney, and they're hard on the wallet. Chill Doggies. Let's talk about Chill Doggies. What do? They chill the doggy. It's so simple. All it is lion's mane, which cognitively takes them down a notch. It's lemon balm, rosemary, and lavender, and catnip, which is very calming to dogs. So what do I suggest? I suggest everybody that sees this, go to Trina W Pets, order a bag. Go around the neighborhood, be the best hero of the neighborhood. Give everybody who has an animal a baggie and a few Chill Doggies. You're going to need the whole weekend supply. So I have a couple cute stories. I go and sit at a fireworks stand, and I sell these at a fireworks stand. I buy 2 bags, and I take them to our local shelter, and they love me. They wait for them to come. They chill dog the doggies out. They are so happy to do this, and they chill them all out because not only are they a wreck, but all these new dogs are coming in because they're lost. They're being turned in. The dog catchers are out running around picking up dogs. So if you want to do something nice for your shelter, take them a bag of Chill Doggies. Now, some of the shelters are going to say, well, I don't know anything about these. Please give them my information, trinawelch@gmail.com. I will put them on the phone with one of our officers at our shelter. They've been using these for almost 10 years. They couldn't get through a 4th of July without them. In fact, they're probably my biggest promoter here in Boulder City. The other thing that's going to happen, if you have a cat or a horse, you can take our Clarity product and you can mash it up and put it in their food. Also, along with the PTSD, whether you using the CBD that you can get from Nutrition Elements, you can also use this for humans to take them down a notch. So when you know someone like a veteran who has PTSD, please do something for them. A Clarity would work, the CBD would work, anything that you can do just to help them get through it. Now, the family functions. You're going to have barbecues. You're going to have people over. It's a big, big weekend, right? There's going to be all kinds of goodies cooking. Encourage everybody to please not feed the dog from the table. That's when a lot of dogs can get sick. Corn cobs are one of the #1 killers of a dog because they get stuck in their esophagus. They can't get them out and it kills them. It happens all the time. So if they get into the trash can, secure your trash can. They can grab the corn cob because it's got all that good butter and all that yummy stuff on it, and down the throat it goes. Next thing you know, you've got a dead dog or a $5,000, $6,000 surgery to try and save the dog. Also, watermelon. Watermelon is a big 4th of July thing. And yeah, it's cool. It's good for a dog. But if there's seeds of any kind, that can prove fatal. So just avoid the watermelon. Just don't let anybody feed the dog. It's just not fair to the animal. And again, before the people come over, let's chill the doggy. Let's give the dog some chill and let them get down a notch so the dog's not obnoxious and the dog's not stressing out. The other thing you want to do, because it is a really tough time of year, is think about their immune systems. Our products, our immune support is amazing. You guys, most of you have heard my cancer story and what has happened to me. Today, I saw some amazing testimonials of people whose dogs had, one woman, her dog was diagnosed with cancer and told that he had less than 6 months to live. We started the pup on the mush ponies because it was a big dog. We started him on mush ponies, and the dog is now 16 months, another year, a year longer than what the vet said, and he's doing fantastic. And the vet says no evidence of cancer. So we can give our pup and our kitty cats the super sauce to keep their immune systems high, the special sauce, and let them get through this stressful time with more immune support, as can the people, by taking this product, so that when you're around a lot of people, you're not catching the germs and the cold and all the things that are happening. So, you know, I just want everybody to understand a couple of things. We have an obligation to protect these animals and keep them safe during this weekend that's coming up. We are shipping out same day. So if you order today, it will go out today, as long as you order like within the next 10, 15 minutes. Otherwise, it'll go out tomorrow. And to Nevada, California, it's about 2 days. To the Midwest, it's about 3 or 4 days. To the East Coast, it's 4 or 5 days. So remember, we got a weekend in there. Get those orders in and be a hero. Donate a bag to a local rescue. Donate a bag to a local shelter. Walk around your neighborhood and hand people these for their dogs. Let them take a picture of the label so they know what it is. And I'll end with one quick story. I go and sit at the fireworks booths because people are buying fireworks. I don't know if you guys sell fireworks where you guys are, but where I am, fireworks booths are everywhere. And there was a guy, and people will spend a fortune. There was a guy who was buying $2,500 worth of fireworks a couple years ago. And I went over to him and said, you really need to get that. And he poo-pooed me, and he was nice. And I finally said, you know what? Here, take it. Just take it. Go around the neighborhood, hand it out. Well, I gave him my card, and most of the people in our small town know us. They know we have the Christmas house. And the next morning, on the 5th of July, there was a knock on my door, and there was a man standing there with a $100 bill. And he handed me the $100 bill, and he said, "Look, I cannot tell you how incredible your advice was." He said, "I took that bag. I went around in my neighborhood. I gave everybody 4 or 5 of them. It was the first year that my neighbors didn't call the police on me. It was the first year that they came to watch my fireworks display because their doggies were chilled on the sofa." And he said, "Diana, it's such a simple thing." And he said, "And you gave me that bag. Continue to do that," because he comes every year now. He was just here a few days ago and bought 2 bags. He's donating a bag to a local shelter in Henderson, and he is going around the neighborhood again. So, it's a time to do a good thing. It's a time to be a good steward to your animal. And, I just thank Trina for the opportunity. These podcasters are working really hard for us. And if you can support them by supporting the things that they're promoting, it helps to keep these platforms working and working well. And this stuff doesn't come free. First of all, it's their time, it's their energy, it's their internet, it's their charges for these platforms. There's so much involved that people just don't know about. We also have an incredible affiliate program. If anybody's interested in being a voice, for those that don't have a voice, we would love to chat with you at trinawelch@gmail.com. Trina, do you have anything to add to this?
I do want to add something because we are so in love with Chill Doggies. I mean, there's nothing worse to have a pet and they're suffering. And to see, if you've had children, Charlie's like a little kid. And when he gets fearful, y'all, he shakes so bad, he can shake our king size bed. And, the other morning I woke up and it was like, I was so asleep that you're thinking, am I dreaming? Or is there something? What is wrong? Is it because he was on my legs and he had heard thunder before we heard thunder. Yeah. And he was vibrating my whole body. And so it was waking me up and I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Earthquake.
Exactly. But when he gets to that point, he's not going to eat a Chill Doggie. I'm not even going to get him to get a drink of water. He will hassle and drool so much that he's almost coughing and sick if I hadn't gotten ahead of time. So when it's 4th of July, or we know it's going to be a bad stormy day or stormy night, like last night, they were predicting storms. They were supposed to hit about 3 a.m. They did not. At 5, I guess he heard thunder because he woke up a little bit, but it kind of went north of us. So it dissipated. And it didn't hit until around 7:30 this morning. But I gave him one at 10 o'clock. To get him in that mode of the relaxing before anything comes through. So on 4th of July, the day before the 4th, I give him a Chill Doggie at bedtime. The morning we get up of the 4th, he gets another one. Yep. At around 1 o'clock, I give him a half. Yep. Around 4 o'clock, I give him a half. And then about 7:30, 8 o'clock, I give him a whole. Because we're getting ready for that 9:30, and the sweet spot is getting them in their system at least an hour and a half before anything.
Or like you said, microdosing them all through the weekend.
Yes.
Why not?
Yes. So I just want to put that out there to everybody. Your dog's going to be different than my dog. If your dog's more than 20 to 25 pounds, you may need 2 of them every time I give him one.
Sure.
You've got to figure out your dosages for the body weight of your animal. But I'm going to tell you, we've done thunder shirts. We've done somebody sent me a video yesterday about a dog having earmuffs, kind of. It's like a head wrap.
Yeah.
We've done that. Doesn't work. I mean, we have tried everything for this poor dog. We've had him since 2021. We've went through several 4th of Julys, one of them being that he dug out from under the fence and was gone for at least 14 hours.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
we were sitting on the back porch and it happened to be like, I guess the fireworks were on the Saturday because it was a Sunday morning. And I said, well, before we can go to church, even if somebody's hit him or whatever, we got to go look for him. And we were sitting there having coffee, and I'd been up most of the night worried about him because I knew he was scared. And we're drinking coffee, and I'm telling you what, that dog come flying around the side of our house and through his doggy door and straight up in in my lap with my coffee cup. I have coffee on me dripping. He's nasty. I don't know where he spent the night. It's broke my heart though that he had to go through that. So that was.
You are so lucky that he got back to you.
I'm telling you, Diana, we had a talk this weekend. I said, if there was ever a dog that had 9 lives, we have him. He's at least died 2 or 3 times since we had him. And he was 4 or 5 years old when we got him. So he'd been through some trauma before we got him. I said,
well, and the way you explain how he gets, my dog's the same way. It's not good for them. Mm-hmm. When they start shaking like that and convulsing, they can work themselves up. One woman on one show this morning said she thought her dog was having a heart attack. It was so bad, which is also a whole nother thing about going and getting CPR certified for your animal. But that's a whole nother story. But you're right. You can't overdose. They can eat the whole bag. You cannot overdose. So, start them early, start them ahead of the problem. And here's something really important. If you copy and paste, just copy this and print it out, take it to work, put it on the bulletin board, take it to church, put it on the bulletin board, put it on the bulletin board at coffee, share it on Facebook, go to Trina's Facebook, pull up her post, share it with people. If you save one dog, just think about how great that is. And don't hesitate to share this information. It's not like I'm just not trying to sell Chill Doggies. I'm trying to keep our dogs from going through this horrific next 2 weeks of agony. And think about if Charlie hadn't come home.
Absolutely. And that was the thing is, you never know if you're going to find them or not when they do something like that. But we're going to help you all. You get your Chill Doggies. And if you do go take them to a pound or if you don't want to become an affiliate, please take time to write trinawelch.com on there to where if they love them, they know how to find them next year in case you don't live in the neighborhood or see them ever again. Maybe they move off, but they want that product. Please help me with that. I appreciate it.
Yes, just take this and print it out and put it up. People will love you for it. And they'll thank you for it. So and there's something else that we need to think about too. You've got a few days to order, but I'd get those orders in and I'd get them in quick. Remember, we also have a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like the product, we'll give you your money back. I mean, that's how confident we are in what we're doing. So, share this video, please. It's going to be up on Redneck Rhapsody. It's easy to share. Send people to it. There's nothing in here that you need to worry about people hearing about, right? Wink, wink. So anyhow, Trina, we love you. We thank you so much for being such an advocate for our animals. It's so wonderful to have you as part of our mission to get these words out about things.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being here, Diana. And usually I close in prayer, but today I'm going to close in a blessing. May all of you be blessed and may the Lord shine his face upon you and may you continue to take care of his kingdom while we all reside here. Thanks, y'all, and have a great Redneck Rhapsody day. Subscribe, like, and share. Bye.